Yes, we welcome you back. The channel is PSSB, Physical Sciences Silver Bullet with me, Richard here. Yes, we come to this question. What does it say? What is meant by the term neutralization? What is it? Neutralization is the reaction between an acid and a base to form salt and water, and sometimes other products like carbon dioxide. Yeah, then comes this question. It says, complete the following word equations by writing the word products. Okay. Yes. Yeah, this is a reminder of what we did last year. An acid plus a metal. What are the products? The products are salt plus water. Yeah, then comes this one. An acid plus methoxide. What are the products? The products are salt plus water. Yeah, then we come to this reaction. Acid plus metal carbonate. What are the products? The products are salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Yeah, then we come to this one. Acid plus metal hydrogen carbonate. What are the products? The products are salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Yeah. Then comes this question. Says, write 2 examples of balanced equations of each of the category below. Okay. The first category is acid plus metal hydroxide. So let's look at this situation. The acid, we can take HCl. The metal hydroxide, we can say sodium hydroxide. And what do you get from this reaction? I need to remind you that what we normally do, you separate this. This is positive, this is negative. This is positive, this is negative. And what happens is that the positive of this one attacks the negative of that one. And the positive of this one attacks the negative of this one. To give you the products. So the products are going to be sodium chloride plus water. Now, what you have here is the salt. What you have here is water. What you have here is the acid. And what you have here is the base. Okay, they said two examples. So let us look at another example here. We can say sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4. Okay, the hydroxide we can say, yes, lithium hydroxide. Okay, and we have our products. So if you positive attacks this one, we are going to have lithium sulfate. You have to remember that sulfate radical has valence 2 and lithium has valence 1. After exchange the valence, you have a 2 there, plus what? Plus water. But they said balanced. So you look at this lithium is 2. And this one is 1. So to balance, you put a 2 here. Okay? So lithium is balanced. But balancing of lithium makes hydrogen this side to be 4 because we have 2 hydrogen here and 2 hydrogen here. So to balance that hydrogen that side, what do? You put a 2 here. So the equation is balanced. You must not forget that this one is the acid. And what we have here is the base. And what you have here is our salt. And this one is water. Yeah, then comes this question, acid plus metal oxide. The question says that write 2 examples of balanced equations of each of the category below. We are looking at an acid plus metal oxide. Okay. Suppose this time around, let us use nitric acid. Okay. Plus metal oxide. Let us say magnesium oxide. And what do we get? After exchanging, remember the positive attacks the negative and the positive attacks the negative of the other one. What do we get here? We are going to get magnesium nitrate. Now here I need to remind you that magnesium is group 2 valence 2. Nitrate radical has valence 1. After exchanging the valence, what do you have? You are going to have 2 here. And because 2 is on nitrate, what do? You put a bracket to show that 2 is for nitrogen and oxygen. So from there, what is another product? Another product is going to be H2O. This oxygen attack went to that H to give you water. So with that, what do we know? We know that this is the acid. And we know this is the base. And we know that this one is the salt. And this one is water. Yeah, that is it. Okay, the second example we can get, let us look at another acid. Let us look at this kind of acid, CH3COOH. This is ethanoic acid. Let's pick the oxide as calcium oxide, and we look at the products. So what are we going to have here? The same process at express the positive. You have to remember for this case that what you have here is the positive and this is the negative, and this is the positive, this is the negative. Remember the positive of this one attacks the negative of the other one, and the positive of this one attacks the negative of the other one. So what are you going to form here? We are going to say CH3 COO But here you have to remember that calcium has valence 2 and the ethanoate ion has valence 1. So after exchanging the valence, what are you going to get? You're going to have a 2 here. So because the 2 is for the whole this ion, you put a bracket to show that. Okay. Then what is next? The O attach the H to give you what? To give you water. So from this case, what are you going to say? We are having ethanoic acid as the acid. We are having calcium oxide as the base. We are having calcium ethanoate as the salt. And we are having our water there. Yeah, then comes this case. Write 2 examples of balanced equation of this category. The category is acid plus metal carbonate. Okay, let's look at the acid as HCl. Okay, the metal carbonate, we can say calcium carbonate. Okay, what do we get out of this? You have to remember, this is the positive, it attacks this negative, and this positive attacks that negative. What do we get here? We get calcium chloride. But you have to remember that calcium is valence 2 and chloride is valence 1. So you have to put 2. Okay. Then what do we get? You get carbonate and hydrogen, giving you carbonic acid. Let me show you something here. Carbonic acid is this acid like this, but it's very unstable. So what happens is that most of the times after its formation, it decomposes to give you water and carbon dioxide. So every time you form carbonic acid, the products are known. What are they? They are going to be water and carbon dioxide. But you need to remember that what you have here is the acid. What you have here as the metal carbonate is the base. And what you have here as calcium chloride is the salt. And we have our water and our carbon dioxide. So that is it. Let us look at another case here. Okay. We can say, let us use the acid. Let us use sulfuric acid once again. Okay. And let us say the sodium carbonate. You have to know that I'm all about putting across the concept. So if I happen to put any compound which naturally does not exist, the blame must not come. So all what is important here is the concept. Some of these compounds, as you'll go along in chemistry, they fail to form. Okay, let us go back to the question. We're having sulfuric acid reacting with sodium carbonate as our metal carbonate. And what are the products here? The products are going to be sodium sulfate. But I need to remind you that sodium is a group 1, valence 1. Sulfate is a radical with valence 2. So after exchanging the valence, the 2 will come here. Giving you what? Giving you carbonic acid. And carbonic acid forms 2 products. What are they? It's water plus carbon dioxide. So from here, you need to be reminded that what you have here is the acid. What you have here is our base. And what you have here is our salt. Then comes our water and our carbon dioxide. Yeah, then comes this case, acid plus metal hydrogen carbonate. The question says that write 2 examples of each category. This is the category. Okay, here let us look at acid. Suppose the acid is hydrochloric acid. Okay, and metal hydrogen carbonate, we can say sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so what do we get here? What we get is going to be this sodium attacks that one, so we have sodium chloride. And what else do we have here? We have carbonic acid, which gives you 2 products. The products are always water and carbon dioxide. Let's try to balance. I'm hoping that the last 2 categories were balanced, because it's like we forgot to look at balancing. So here we have sodium 1, 1. What else? We have hydrogen 2, 2, and 1 carbonate. That is it. So it's balanced. Okay, let's look at a second example. Suppose we have sulfuric acid. Okay, plus calcium hydrogen carbonate. You have to know that hydrogen carbonate is a radical with valence 1. The coming of hydrogen here reduces this valence by 1. So the carbonate is normally valence 2, but when it's hydrogen carbonate, it's valence 1. So you're having valence 1 and valence 2. So exchanging the valence, what will it do? It will bring a 2 here. But you need to know that that 2 is for the hydrogen carbonate. So we have to put a bracket to show that. And after that, what do we have? You look at the products. The products are going to be the salt, which is calcium sulfate. Calcium is valence 2. Sulfate is valence 2. Okay. Then this bicarbonate reacts with hydrogen to give you carbonic acid. And carbonic acid is unstable, yielding 2 products, which is water and carbon dioxide. So what do you have here? We have water and carbon dioxide. Then you go ahead to balance. Let us look at here. You have calcium 1, 1, sulfate 1, 1, then hydrogen 4. Yes, this is true. And this is 2. If it's 4 this side and hydrogen is 2, so it means that we are missing a 2 here. Okay. And carbon dioxide, carbon is also 2, so we are missing a 2 there. And that is it. But you must not forget that for the first one, what you have here is the acid. What you have here is the base. What you have here is the salt. This is water. And this is carbon dioxide. For this reaction, this is our acid. And what do you have here? This is our base. This is our salt. This is water. And this is carbon dioxide. So that is that. And with that, I'd like to say thank you for your time. The channel is PSSB. We urge you to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share. And we also remind you that Physical Sciences Silver Bullet is a science channel handling physical sciences, grade 12, 11 and 10, and natural sciences, grade 8 and 9. We need to recommend that if you're using the channel, please don't go to video, just go straight to YouTube. If you are using the channel, we advise you that don't go to video, just go straight to playlist and look for the material which belongs to your level. Grade 8 and 9, look for natural sciences grade 8 or natural sciences grade 9. For grade 11 and 10, look for physical sciences grade 11 or physical sciences grade 10. For grade 12, every chapter is presented independently. So just look for the chapter of your interest and click on it. There you are. You'll have all the material which you need for that chapter. From there, I would like to say thank you. Stay with us. See you next time. Bye-bye.